Matt and I have been married for 9 years, and I've been in Kenya now for 3 years. My husband and I are Christians, we're born-again Christians. Our faith is very important to us. Our son is Kenyan. We gave him a Kenyan name. His name is Kiano. He's a very happy baby. We love him so much. He loves singing. He loves water. He is a joy to us. We love him so much. When we applied to court to become his legal guardians, we were just so overjoyed that we would have his parental responsibility through the Nairobi Children's Court. We've now been legal guardians for over 2 years.
Nice job!
Kiano has epilepsy. We don't know the reason for that. There's a lot of tests that need to be done still. I met him when he was very sickly in a children's home. He was already 6 months old, but he looked like a newborn baby with a big head. He's had a seizure for 6 hours that left him in an induced coma in the hospital. And he's currently on anti-seizure medication, which is not a good long-term solution for him. It has a lot of side effects, but it's necessary to prevent him from having seizures. So we were advised through the Kenya National Commission of Human Rights, to make an application in court to travel so that we could take Kiano to a hospital so that he could be seen by a specialist neurologist. The Child Welfare Society of Kenya made an application to be enjoined as an interested party, saying that they think that we're child traffickers, that the child is in grave danger, that he's not sick at all. Completely baseless allegations that I don't know why anyone would say that.
My name is Peter Kamau. I work at Child in Family Focus, which is an organization that champions family-based care for children, purely because of my own upbringing in a children's home for my entire childhood. Child Welfare Society of Kenya is headed by one, Irene Mureithi, a very dangerous woman. They have succeeded in getting the cabinet to put in a moratorium on intercountry adoptions in 2014. And that moratorium, unfortunately, was not rightly founded. There isn't such a thing as child trafficking through adoptions. For your information, a few cases after calling the moratorium, around 5 cases were taken to court. And so out of these 5 cases, 4 of those cases were allowed by the court to continue because the adoption agencies were found to have done their work well, and there was no culpability on their part. Only 1 case had a child returned to a relative. What does that tell you? Out of the thousands of successful adoptions in this country, you have only 1 case that you're using to demonize the entire sector. So Kenyans have been deceived through the media, unfortunately. Parliament has been deceived and allowed some bills to pass, and it is the big cartel that needs to be looked into.
Ever since Irene Mureithi came into our lives, we have experienced nothing but strange incidences of harassment and allegations. It has been everything from being detained at the airport to being accused of beating our son, to being accused of trying to flee the country, and being challenged in court, saying that we have falsified court documents or misled the court, that Kiano's not sick, that all of our medical reports are fake, and that we're unfit to be guardians for a variety of reasons. It has been totally surprising and extremely hurtful and frustrating.
Friday evening, and out of nowhere, these people came to our house. It was like 13 people.
I just felt shoulders and hands and a huge force. And they said, "We're all police, we're all police."
They didn't look like police officers. They had no uniform. They said, "No, you're not allowed to call anyone." And he snatched my phone away from me and they forced me back in. I just felt it. I knew they were going to take him, but what are we supposed to do? There's 13 people in our house.
What happens to the children who are placed in these families and withdrawn from those families? The trauma is huge because children are used to a particular caregiver. They're used to the love, to the attention, but then they have been withdrawn without planning, without any due processes being followed, illegally withdrawn. What that does to that child is that it heightens or increases the trauma on the part of the child. Baby Kiano, unfortunately, is a victim of something that is not about the interest of children. It is not about its interest. It is about money, it's about power, and it's about elevating Child Welfare Society of Kenya and throwing every other person so that they get the monopoly. And to Kiano, it is very unfortunate. My heart bleeds for that child. My heart is broken about the way the child was withdrawn from that family. A family that was following a legally right process is today being put out as a child trafficking family. And it is very sad, and it is not in the interest of this child at all, at all.
I don't understand why, they've accused us of all these things. We're saying we've made fraudulent orders, from the court, that we're child traffickers, that we're lying about his medical, and yet no one has come to investigate us, no one's arrested us. We believe this is happening because we have refused to be extorted, we have refused to bribe at every turn. We've done everything through the court, through the government, and we're aware that this is happening to other people, and that, the way these people prey on your love and your attachment that you have. This is an innocent child who's had medical problems his whole life. God saved his life.
And we believe there are other people out there that have experienced this same sort of intimidation and harassment and extortion. We believe that they're out there. We've had people reach out to us anonymously and say, "This happened to me," and they're totally afraid to talk about it. So to those people, I would say, have courage. We're speaking out, and we want everyone that has ever experienced anything like this to speak out, because if we bring this issue into the light, it's something that we know that will be addressed. But the first step is that we all tell our stories and that we show that this is real and it's really happening and it's hurting kids. This is our son. This is our son right here at Christmas. And he's a sweet kid. He's so happy. And this is his monkey that he's had since he was, super, super teeny.
Please help us get our baby home. #bring Kiano home. Kiano, we love you very much and we miss you.
Mom and Daddy love you very much.